Hi. Um, Hi, good afternoon. Sorry, I forgot to give you a quick demo of the nuclear set that I uploaded to YouTube. So let me do that in this addendum. Okay. Let me share my screen again. So if you go to the raw channel, right, to the call mobile channel, and you click. Let me see. Let me try to do this on the fly. So if you go to call mobile, right? And then you click on videos, on playlists, right? So there is a playlist that, right, that I named after the agents on that corner, right? And it has 7 videos, right? The first video is the video where I go to 2014 Blue Waters Bay Drive, right? What discussed before. But the other videos that I wanted to show you is those videos in which the agent, I described this before, right? There was an agent that had a car belonging to the nuclear set that he panicked and he applied. There's a TTP in which they pretend like they are rushing to go to the restroom, right? And they park in a gas station and get into the restroom, right? And I've seen this like, I don't know, 20, 50 times, 20, 30 times, I guess, in the last 3 years. But he did this, right? And I think it was kind of funny because it shows the dynamic, right? It shows the dynamic of these people, following me with these cars. On this day, this was on October 21st, 2025, and I was going to federal court to file an important document, right? And they were following me in this way, with cars belonging to the nuclear set that the pipeline had already identified. So in this video that I'm going to show you, I'm going to do it for 2 reasons, right? One is to show you this example because I think it's kind of funny. I mean, funny in the sense that what they're doing is serious, right? But it's funny in the from the angle that they are. I don't know how to articulate this, right? But the way it looks, right, from my vantage point, is a group of agents, humans, right, trying to fight with a computer. And you can see in this video that they stand no chance, right? Because you will see what I want to show you is really the delay, right? The latency of my system. How it picked this agent out of a set of cars in less than 2 seconds, right? The latency right now is less than 2 seconds. And you will see this in the video, right? How I'm able, and not because I'm smart, but because I'm using this software, right? I was able to pinpoint among a set of cars in a busy intersection this specific car, right? And a subtle action on my part triggered panic on the agent to the point that he became exposed, right? And recorded in video and everything, right? And the second reason I'm showing you this is to show you how to use these videos in YouTube, how I encoded the titles, for example, right? So in this set of videos with the new version of the system, there's 4 channels that are the external channels. I also have other channels, but I'm not publishing those. But the ones that I'm publishing are channels 1 to 4. And the channel is encoded in the title. So for example, this one that says CH1 is channel 1, which I think is this is the front view, right? So anyhow, if you advance this video is 10 minutes, right? But if you advance it to, I'm going to tell you where, more or less. But before, right? So this is the intersection where all this unfolded, right? So I'm going to put it to the point where I start moving, so you can see the latency. That's what I want to show you, really, right? The latency of the detection. So I'm going to play it, okay? And I'm going to tell you which one is the car when I say it. Let me mute it. Okay. So see, there's so many cars in play here, right? So there's 4 cars. So it's this car, I think. This one in the corner. 1, 2, 3. I picked it up there, right? And then I start following him, right? Because the system told me, right? So of all the possible cars that are in play, I followed that specific car, right, into the parking lot. And so he starts doing this thing where he's trying to, like, evade me on the parking lot, but when he sees I'm following, then he goes to he changes course and goes to the gas station, right? And he gets into the gas station. And then here, I'm going to switch to another channel, which I think is channel 2. Yes. So this is the same episode, right? The same situation, but a different channel. Now, I want to tell you, this guy on this red SUV is an important agent, very important. And the pipeline thinks that he has ties to foreign law enforcement. That red vehicle over there. And I'll give more details on that to the authorities. So this is the same intersection, right, where this happened. So I'm going to just advance it to the point where we are at the parking lot, right? So that's the guy. And here you will be able to see the TTP in action, right? He gets out of the car, but he doesn't confront me or anything. He goes to the restroom, right? That's the TTP in action. Like, I'm just going to the restroom. So of course my reaction was to park the car at the pump, because I knew that eventually he would have to come out of the restroom, right? And I have cameras in all 360 degrees. So I came out of the car, bought something at the store, and just waited until he came out of the restroom. And I'm going to show you that other channel, which I think would be channel 3, if I recall correctly. Well, maybe it's not necessary to show the channel because I have the photo here, right? So this is the guy, right? You can see the photo. And you can see, and this is the most important part, this vehicle is part of the nuclear set, right? This has 3 Ws, right? Because the M converts to a W when rotated. So this is a very important agent of this nuclear set. It's one of the top agents, right? Because it has 3 Ws. And in terms of numbers, it's 0996, right? And now the vehicle at Edward's house was WFM 9696. So you see the number of characters, and this is a metric called Levenstein distance. So the number of characters you have to change to convert one plate into another is only 3, right? So this tells you, right, that there's design behind it. What this tells you is that this guy that was following me on October 21st, while I was going to the federal court, belongs to the same group of agents as Edward, what's his name? Edward's Joseph, right? Joseph Edward, who lives very close by, and is co-clustered geographically with that set of houses at Lake Point State in the corner that belong to Gusak, Horn, and Ackerman, right? So that is the link. And this video is important because you can see the behavior, and he's following me, right? Although he's tracking me ahead, right? He intercepted me. Like if you look at the first channel again, right? Channel 1, he intercepted me, and here you can see the following ahead technique in action, right? So you can see here that he is positioned already ahead of me at the corner, and they do this by software, right? By this evil version of, it's like an Uber app that they have that allows them to route the vehicles in this way. So he's positioned ahead of me, but his goal really is to intercept me, right? And follow me and surveil me, right? But, they can't, I mean, for a human, it's hard to detect these things, right? But for a cluster of computers working together, this is trivial to detect, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say is that it takes one to beat one, right? It takes one distributed system to beat their distributed system. And that is the problem that they face, right? That now they have real opposition in this thing that they're doing, right? Because I imagine, right, before the geo index leaked, right, they could do this freely and nobody had any way to notice what they were doing, right? But it's all public now. Like the geo index is public, so it's a different game. Well, I just wanted to show you that, and I'll add that to the video that I'll post on YouTube. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you on the next one.